My name is Joseph Stachler, and I've been a James Bond fan for certainly the better part of my life, going back to the 70s. Having seen all the films in the cinema one way or another, even if it was before I was born, I managed to see them. My favorite film is actually Goldfinger, which is a popular favorite, although a lot of people also like From Russia with Love, which of course I love as well. I like Goldfinger because it is the quintessential Bond film with all the ingredients that have been used a lot since then, but as the original film to have that was where they really hit their stride, I thought, in all phases of the game. The music, the production design. Another thing I like about it is that if anyone's familiar with the Hollywood 3-act screenplay and how that works, Goldfinger is a perfect example of that. It just works on all levels, so that's my favorite one. That's the one I really appreciate on both guilty pleasure and as as a technical level too. Although I know some of the airplane visual effects could have been a little better, but I can live with that. That's part of its charm. I'm a videographer and editor, and I have been since about 1994. I've been working for the same company, TM Books and Video, in Indiana for over 15 years, and I learned how to design websites working for them because it's a small company and we needed a website, so I just read up on how to do it. And as the foundation here, the Ian Fleming Foundation, really started to pick up steam, I had floated the idea to Doug that maybe as the collection started to grow and whatnot, that it'd be a good idea to have a website, not only to have a public catalog of the roster of various models and vehicles, but also obviously pictures of them, information about them, the films they were in, and also where you could see them if it was in a local auto show or in a museum exhibition or what have you. So the website as it stands is what I call serviceable. It's basic, but it covers all the important things that people would need to know at this point about what the Ian Fleming Foundation is, where it started, and what we have in the collection and where you can see it. Unlike a lot of James Bond sites, this one is not what I would call a fan site. It's more of an informational site, sort of an electronic press kit, if you will, basically for concerned interest to get information that they would need about the Ian Fleming Foundation, sort of like an expanded FAQ, frequently asked questions about what the Ian Fleming Foundation is, and what we do, and what all we have, and where it can be seen, and so forth. One of the nice things about a website is you can instantly do any kind of updating or adjustments as you need. As soon as the Ian Fleming Foundation acquires a new vehicle or a piece, I'm told about it that very day, and given the specifications of it, the make and model, that sort of thing, whatever pertinent information would need to be added to it, and that goes up that very day. If by chance there was an error in some sort of listing, for instance, there was something about, I think it was the Sunbeam from Dr. No, it was a different model than we originally thought, I will be informed of that and then can immediately update that so that it's accurate as can be, up to the minute. My favorite vehicle of what we own is a hard thing it's hard to say, because when I look at everything, I just think about what I saw of it in the film. I would say, the Q-Boat is one of my favorites because it's so unique and it still functions. Two amazing qualities about it. And the Live and Let Die boat, from when I was a kid, Roger Moore was my favorite Bond growing up, and that was the boat that made the record-setting jump. And that boat was one of the more memorable scenes, the boat chase, and Roger Moore's part in it. They didn't really use a lot of stuntmen, at least for Bond in that. You see him driving it much of the time, and there's the boat right there. So it's that's a good kick. It's a lot of fun. This is like even though we call it a work weekend, it's really more of a vacation weekend.